He plans to attend Dartmouth College and pursue a degree in philosophy. Blake Whitmer.
School board, administrators, teachers, parents, and fellow students of the class of 2019, I consider this opportunity a high honor for the privilege of sharing with you this evening. Before the 2014 Winter Olympic Games in Sochi, Russia, some random American was interviewed. I don't remember his name, and I don't remember his face. I'm not even sure if he was an athlete. But strangely enough, out of all of the events during the 2014 Olympics, I only really remember this one moment. You see, the interviewer was asked if he had anything that he would like to say, and in response, he said, "I would like to thank my friends, family, and everyone that got me here." To my 12-year-old self, this made absolutely no sense. These people worked so hard to get him into Russia and onto live television, and then he spent his few seconds thanking him. He was on national television. The entire world was watching. He could have said something profound or insightful. He could have cheered for the American team. He could have used this moment to make a name for himself. At the time, it seemed like a lot of wasted effort. 5 years later, I think I understand why that man spent his few moments of fame saying thank you. You see, without the support of his friends and family, he would be nowhere, having accomplished nothing. So without further ado, I would like to thank my elementary school teachers for helping to mold my mind at a young age. I would like to thank middle and junior high school teachers for helping to shape that mind further. I would like to thank Mrs. Gibson for treating me like a senior when I was a tiny little sophomore in world history. I would like to thank Mrs. Stoller for taking the time to carefully explain mathematical concepts to my class in both pre-cal and calculus. You see, each of these people have invested in my life. Without them, I would not be who I am today. Without these people, I would not be standing up here on this podium. So I figure that with the first half of my graduation speech, the very least I can do is to thank them. Just like that random man on television, thanking the people who invested in me is what I should say in the few fleeting moments when I have a microphone. I would like to thank Mrs. Urich for showing up to school 30 minutes early when a group of friends and I wanted to discuss philosophy, and the friends that showed up and engaged me in conversation. Months later, when I thought our little philosophy club was capable of competing in an ethics bowl competition, Mr. Kaiser drove us down in a bus to Little Rock. Both of you made it so that this could happen. I would like to thank Mr. Parker for putting up with my scheduling mishaps and encouraging me to innovate through the HALO program. I would like to thank Mrs. Brightwell for sending out my transcript. And I would like to thank all of those that wrote my college recommendations. And finally, I would like to thank the rest of my teachers, school counselors, and administrators. I am grateful to each and every one of you. And although I was not able to name you personally because of time restraints, you all know who you are. So today is a day with two purposes. The first is offering thank yous, remembering stories, and celebrating the past. But the second purpose is to mark a new phase of our life. Today is not only about our pasts, but it is also about our futures. Today, we are one step closer to finding love, entering a career, and creating our place in the world. Soon, the safety of our parents will be yanked away. We will be forced to sink or swim, learn or fail, adapt or die. Amidst all of the future freedom, failure, celebration, and sadness, all of us will find one thing that we come back to, our desire to find purpose in life. When we are happily living life, we will wonder if this is all life has to offer. When we feel utterly defeated, we will still wonder the same thing. Is this all that there is to life? There's one last person that I would like to thank today, and that person is Jesus Christ. This man, more than any other, deserves my thanks, and I urge you to thank him as well, for he is the person that gives my life meaning. Today, he can give your life meaning as well. It was once said that the two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Most of us know when that first day was. Today, for some of you, may be that second day. As we stand here today, we all look to the future. It is vital to decide now what we will define success as. Is it to be famous and to make a lot of money? Football player Tom Brady has played in 9 Super Bowls and won the game 6 times. He once said, "I reached my goal, my dream, my life." I think it's got to be more than this. I mean, this can't be what it's all cracked up to be. I've done it. And what else is there for me? 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ died on a cross so we can have a relationship with him and enter into his kingdom in heaven. All of the people I named today have made sacrifices for us, but none have made a greater sacrifice than Jesus. He paid the ultimate price to pay for all the wrong things I have done. He has given us the ultimate gift, not a religion, but the possibility of a relationship with him. Over the course of our 13 years of education, all of us have had people invest in us. We have had teachers, parents, and family, but also less visible people like custodians, bus drivers, and lunch ladies. Since these people have invested in us, I believe it is our responsibility to return that investment. In the words of one of the greatest philosophers of our time, Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, "For me to live a normal life is no longer an option." I believe that statement applies to every person here. So as we look behind us at years past, let us remember to say thank you to those who have invested in us. And as we look ahead, let us embrace responsibility. I thank you all